He didn't hold back. On a Sunday morning where politics met theatre, legendary actor Brian Cox delivered a blistering takedown of Nigel Farage, and the shockwaves were instant. But before we dive in, did you know that over 95% of our viewers aren't subscribed to the channel? We totally get it. Life gets busy and sometimes it's easy to forget. But here's the thing, subscribing is completely free, and it really helps us keep creating the content you enjoy. So why not hit that subscribe button and join our community? It only takes a second, but it makes a world of difference to us. Thank you for your support. On this week's episode of Sunday with Laura Kuenssberg, the BBC host aired a pre-recorded interview with Reform UK leader Nigel Farage. She pressed him on two fronts, his political ambitions, asking what he would do if he were to walk through the doors of Number 10, and his finances, challenging him over his tax returns. At one point, Kuenssberg bluntly told Farage that his tax and business affairs aren't exactly straightforward. Farage bristled. He hit back, saying, "I take objection to the very premise of that question." He made it crystal clear that he refuses to publish his personal tax returns, dismissing the idea entirely. When the interview ended, Kuenssberg turned to her panel of guests in the studio. Among them, the acclaimed Succession star Brian Cox. Cox didn't mince his words. He immediately labelled Farage an incredible person, but then clarified, "I don't mean incredible in a positive way, I think incredible in a negative way." The 79-year-old actor went further, declaring, "I find him very venal, quite honestly, as an individual. He's selfish, and he's on the whole quite uninformed. I just am dazzled at the way a lot of people have been seduced by him, because he's a bit of a bully, you can tell at the way he conducted that interview with you. I thought a lot of it was just badgering. I just don't trust the man." The comments lit up social media. One ex-user, Mark, posted, "Brian Cox is 100% correct." George added, "This time I agree 100% with Brian Cox." Another, Lynn, wrote, "Let's all be Brian, the voice of reason." But not everyone was impressed. Others on X shot back at the actor, urging him to stick to acting. This isn't the first time Cox has let rip on Farage. Last year, during another Kuenssberg appearance, the actor branded him slightly fascist. The remark was so strong that Kuenssberg herself had to step in, reminding viewers that Farage wasn't there to defend himself. At the time, Cox said, "I do worry about his influence. And I find him slightly fascist, quite frankly." Kuenssberg responded diplomatically. "Nigel Farage was here with us last week. He's not here to defend himself from anything this week, but we did speak to him last June." So, the clash between Brian Cox and Nigel Farage continues to simmer, blurring the lines between politics and performance. On one side, a veteran actor unafraid to call out what he sees as dangerous rhetoric. On the other, a populist leader who thrives on controversy, brushing off critics and refusing to reveal more than he must. The only certainty? Every time Farage appears, sparks fly, and Brian Cox will always be ready with a fire of his own.